in Las Vegas Township. I was born in Michigan, and my family relocated to Nevada in 1969. I grew up here on Sunrise Mountain, left Vegas and went to school at the University of Washington, and I got my undergraduate degree there in sociology with a concentration in deviance and social control. Went to law school at Seattle University and moved back to Las Vegas in 2002. When I came back, I clerked in the district attorney's office as a law clerk in their appellate division, working on briefs that were going before the Supreme Court. Thereafter, I clerked for Judge David Wall in District Court Department 20, and his practice was all civil. After I left, he got a half criminal calendar, so that gave me a lot of experience in the civil realm. Thereafter, I went to the public defender's office as a lawyer, and was there about 8 months, and then went to civil practice with Marquis and Auerbach. I was there approximately 6 months, and while I liked the people, I really missed being in court. In civil practice, what I found is there's a lot of time drafting pleadings, billing hours, and I missed the court time. So I went back to the public defender's office, which is where I am currently, and I've been there approximately 5 years. I've been involved in the community for about the past 20 years, specifically in addiction and recovery issues, as well as civil rights. Locally, I was on the board of We Care, which is a treatment facility for women, and I participated in getting a grant through Christmas in April to rehab their house on 6th Avenue. And currently I work with Lawyers Concerned for Lawyers, and we're a group that reaches out to lawyers in the community who have either alcoholism problems, drug abuse, gambling addictions, and depression. We like to help them before the Nevada State Bar steps in. So that's a bit about me, and I appreciate you giving me the time to come up here and speak with you and interview with veterans in politics.
Thanks, Christy.
Hi, my name is William Kephart, and currently I'm a Chief Deputy District Attorney with the District Attorney's Office. I'm from here. I grew up in Henderson, graduated from basic high school in 1979, and I always like to kind of talk about the fact that when I graduated from high school there was 25,000 people in the whole city of Las Vegas. Knew all the police officers. We were, I went off to Idaho State to pursue a athletic scholarship. Played for a while at Cal State Long Beach, and after I had a discussion with my father, I ended up back in at UNLV, and I completed my degree in UNLV in criminal justice. I left and went to law school. We didn't have law school here at the time, so I went to law school in Cleveland, Ohio. I did 2 years at Cleveland Marshall and a year at Case Western. And I got asked to come back here. During the summers, I worked for the District Attorney's Office in the Appellate Division when I was in law school. I did a year with a federal district court judge in Ohio, and then I came back here to Las Vegas, went to work for the City Attorney's Office. In 1990, Bill Coote asked me to go to work for him over at the District Attorney's Office because I was involved in a lot of training and prosecutions of DUI at the time. In 1986, the DUI laws changed pretty drastically, so it was a little bit different type of procedure that we went after. And so I was one of the first individuals actually training in Las Vegas as an attorney to other attorneys in the area of DUI law. So Bill Coote said, hey, we're interested in you to come over here. I went to work for the DA's office in 1990, started quickly trying to get a DUI team there, made a bunch of requests with the county commissioners, and after it kept getting put on the back of the list, eventually we got it. I went into private practice in 1995, was in private practice for a year. Stu Bell asked me to come back and become a chief with the DA's office, so I came back in end of 1996, and I've been a chief with them ever since then. I headed the sexual assault unit for 5 years, and now I have the repeat offender program. And I work closely with the Metropolitan Police Department Henderson Police Department and the North Las Vegas Police Department. We didn't have a Henderson or North Las Vegas repeat offender program until I took the team. I've been over that team for 4 years now. We have determined basically that there's a small population in the criminal element that is committing about 80 to 85% of the crime, and that's my target. That's what I've been doing. I've prosecuted cases in practically every county in this state. I've prosecuted practically every type of case you can think of. I've prosecuted death penalty cases all the way to traffic matters. I grew up in a pretty strict family. My grandfather was a naval officer in World War I. My dad was in World War II as a Navy frogman. My brother was in the Navy, and I told you that I kind of got asked to come back to UNLV. Well, the decision by my father, because of what I was doing in Cal State Long Beach, hanging out at the beach a lot more than actually studying, my dad's decision was either you come back and show me you're going to finish school or you're going to go in the service. So I was all the way to the point, actually, when I finished school at UNLV, that I was all ready to sign the line for the Marines, but I didn't. I met my wife, and she asked me to finish law school and then make the decision then. I've been with my wife for 25 years. I have 2 children. One's 28, is my stepdaughter, and one is 20, is my son. And I've practiced law in front of every single judge in this county except for some of the family court judges. And I have I always try to say the word concerns about what's happening with our judiciary. And I really believe that the experience that I have is that I have a right to be able to at least ask for this job. So that's why I'm running for Justice Court 6. I think I have the respect of the bar because I've practiced law for 22 years here. I know a lot of individuals that are in the bar. I've mingled with them. I think they know me, and they know my values and my concerns right now with this community. I love this community. I came back to this community to practice law, and I want to now have a voice on the bench. Thank you.